Hi, I'm Justin Trout, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Orthman Manufacturing. Today we're going to capture the features and benefits of the Orthman Track Tillr, which is the 5TT model. This is a pivot track maintenance machine. Differs from its competition where they fill in the track. We're actually tilling out the track. And the key component that you have to till out of a pivot track is the sidewalls that are created from the suction of the pivot tire and the moisture going through numerous times throughout the field. That's what creates your depth, and when you just fill in that track, the next time that pivot tire comes through, it just squirts that back out to the side, and you continue to deepen the rut with your pivot track tire. The pivot track tiller from Orthman's actually tills out that sidewall and continues to manage that sidewall and gets it deteriorated. And I'm going to walk you through the tooling options that accomplishes just that. In the front, we have some adjustable, what we call bell wheels. And those bell wheels are designed to fit wider tracks or narrower tracks, but they actually fall into that track to help guide the machine as you're doing your tillage practice around your pivot. You set your 3-point you take out the sway bars in your 3-point arms to allow the machine to work and follow, so you don't have to have exact steering as you go through the field. So that's what those adjustable bell gangs do. Next is the most critical part, and these are the notched, cupped cutaway discs that actually do the knocking down of the sidewall. So it's capturing that soil or that material that's laying out on the side that has been squished out by the pivot tires. It's grabbing that and also caving off the top half of that pivot track sidewall. Next is what we call a sheep's foot packer. This particular machine, it's spring loaded. You can also get that with a hydraulic adjustment, so you can put more down pressure as you need to as you go through the field. But that's what packs that material that you have first cut off the side. That sheep's foot packer comes in and firms that to form a good solid base. Next, we have hydraulically adjusted or hydraulically pitched disc gangs. These can be hydraulically adjusted from the cab as you're going through the field. If you need to pitch that back to grab more material and draw more material, if you're in a deeper area or a deeper pivot track throughout the field, you can pitch those back, grab more material to finish out filling the top portion of the pivot track. If you're in an area where the pivot track is not near as deep, you can feed these back out hydraulically and not pull quite as much material into the center of the machine, which is filling the top half of the track. These disc gangs also have scrapers on there. A lot of times you are working in wet soil conditions. The pivot track may have some moisture still in it that creates a moist area. So we want to be sure to keep these disc gangs scraped clean from any of that material that could build up on the discs. The inside disc on this disc gangs is also another notch disc that takes another bite out of that sidewall, and then the other disc gangs or the disc blades continue to feed the material and finish filling that tilled track. Finally, we have hydraulically adjusted and oscillating baskets on the back, which then finishes this out to a complete smooth area so then your next pass as you come through the field, whether it be your sprayer or whether it be the planter, your strip till machine, this has completely flattened it out, and you don't have a hump that is created from a lot of competitors where they're just filling in that pivot track. We've tilled it, and now we have conditioned to that, so the next pass you go over, you won't even fill that pivot track. So that's the features and benefits of the Orthman Track Tillr, one of the more premier pivot irrigated track closing systems out on the market today. Don't just fill your tracks, till them.